Dude, I went on a crazy hunt to find out which open world games are dropping in 2026. Spent a few sleepless nights, as usual, but trust me, it was totally worth it. These 18 games will get stuck in your head and make you wish 2026 would hurry up already. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the list.
1. Halo Campaign Evolved. Alright, let's kick things off with a banger. Halo Campaign Evolved. Man, the idea of a truly open-world Halo has been a dream for fans for years, and now it finally feels like it's happening. Picture massive alien landscapes that stretch for miles, where you can hop in your Warthog and just drive endlessly, discovering crashed ships, hidden Forerunner ruins, and those classic Halo firefights popping off wherever you go. It's not just about shooting anymore, it's about exploring. I've always loved Halo's sense of mystery, and this game looks like it's going to crank that up big time. Imagine wandering into a canyon and finding ancient Forerunner tech buried under the sand, or fighting your way through an enemy base that wasn't even part of the main quest. That's what Halo's always needed, that sense of discovery and freedom. The visuals look insane too, pure next-gen sci-fi vibes. If 343 nails the pacing, gives us a strong emotional story, and keeps that classic Halo combat feel, this could be the Halo that redefines the series. Honestly, I've got chills just thinking about it.
2. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Okay, this one, The Blood of Dawnwalker, looks like it crawled straight out of a nightmare in the best possible way. Think The Witcher 3 mixed with Bloodborne, but with its own twisted mythology. Everything about it screams dark fantasy done right. You've got fog-soaked forests, broken castles, villagers whispering about curses. It's got that eerie energy that pulls you in, even when you know something awful is waiting ahead. What really hooks me, though, is how alive the world feels. The creatures aren't just monsters, they have stories. The Khans feel like they're rotting from the inside, and your choices actually change how the people react to you. It's brutal, it's emotional, and it feels deeply personal. The combat looks intense too. Slow, heavy, and tactical, where every swing actually matters. But beyond the gameplay, this game seems like it's trying to tell a story about humanity, corruption, and the price of power. That's the kind of stuff that sticks with you long after the credits roll. I'm honestly ready to lose myself in this world, even if it means sleeping with one eye open.
3. Soulframe. Alright, let's slow things down a bit with Soulframe, and man, this one feels special. From the creators of Warframe, but this time they're ditching sci-fi for something way more spiritual and nature-driven. It's like a fantasy dream where every tree, every creature, and every sound feels alive. I love how it looks so different from everything else, calm and poetic one minute, completely terrifying the next. The devs said they want the world itself to feel like a character, and you can totally see that. You're not just exploring for loot, you're forming a connection with the land. The combat looks slower and more thoughtful. It's not about button mashing, it's about rhythm and patience, kind of like Dancing with Danger. What I love most is the atmosphere. That soft music, that overgrown architecture, those mysterious ruins that seem to be whispering stories from another time. It's like stepping into a Miyazaki movie, but darker and more tragic. This feels like a game that won't just impress you, it'll soothe you and mess with your emotions at the same time. I'm calling it now. Soulframe is going to be one of the most beautiful experiences of 2026.
4. ArcheAge Chronicle. And now, ArcheAge Chronicle. Bro, this one's a wild ride for MMO fans. The original ArcheAge was ambitious, but this sequel, it's going all in. Massive continents, full sailing systems, trade routes, battles on both land and sea, all of it completely open world. You can literally live however you want. Want to be a pirate? Do it. A merchant? Go for it. Or maybe you just want to build your dream house by the ocean and chill. Totally fine too.
But what's blowing my mind is how player-driven everything is supposed to be. The economy, the politics, even wars, all shaped by what players do. It's like a living sandbox where your actions ripple through the whole world. And visually, man, it looks stunning. Imagine sunrise over the ocean while you're steering your ship, or the chaos of 100 players storming a castle. It's cinematic, it's epic, and it's pure next-gen. It's ambitious, sure, maybe too ambitious, but that's exactly what makes it exciting. If they can balance freedom with fun, ArcheAge Chronicle might become the MMO that finally makes every choice matter. And honestly, that's the kind of world I can get lost in for months. 5. Neo Berlin 2087. Man, Neo Berlin 2087 looks like Blade Runner decided to go full RPG mode. This city is pure cyberpunk chaos. Neon lights reflecting on wet streets, flying cars buzzing overhead, and people who look more like machines than humans. But what really caught my attention isn't just the visuals, it's the mood. It's got that quiet, lonely detective vibe where you feel small in a massive world that doesn't care about you. You play as a cop in this twisted version of Berlin, trying to solve crimes while your own memories start messing with you. That's the part that got me. It's not just action, it's psychological. The line between human and machine blurs, and the story seems ready to punch you right in the feelings. Exploration feels cinematic too. You can walk into any bar, talk to sketchy androids, chase suspects through alleys, or hack systems to uncover conspiracies. It's gritty, it's mysterious, and honestly, it feels like a perfect mix of Cyberpunk 2077 and Detroit Become Human, but darker, heavier, and more personal. If they pull this off, Neo Berlin 2087 could easily become one of the most underrated masterpieces of 2026.
Just go get me my checks.
Number 6. Grand Theft Auto 6. You knew it was coming. GTA 6. This is the one everybody's waiting for, and honestly, it looks absolutely insane. Vice City is back, and it's more alive than ever. I mean, every street corner, every beach, every highway, it's packed with detail. People are actually doing things that make sense. You'll see someone fixing their car, another guy arguing at a gas station. It's like stepping into a real place. What really makes me excited, though, is how the world reacts to you. The AI feels smarter, the cops are more unpredictable, and even the weather seems to change how the city behaves. Imagine a storm rolling in at night, lightning flashing over the skyline while you're trying to escape a wanted level. That's pure cinema. And for once, it's not just chaos. There's a story here with two characters that actually feel human. Their struggles, their chemistry, it's something Rockstar does better than anyone. GTA 6 isn't just a game, it's going to be an event. Like the kind that takes over the internet for months. And trust me, when it drops, the world's not going to be the same.
Gonna do this. We're doing it right.
7. Pioneer. Now, Pioneer is one of those games that came out of nowhere but instantly made me obsessed. Imagine a post-apocalyptic open world somewhere deep in a Soviet wasteland. Abandoned labs, creepy forests, and mutants that make your skin crawl. It's like Stalker meets Escape from Tarkov, but with more story and exploration. What I love here is the atmosphere. Everything feels dead and dangerous, but also weirdly peaceful. You'll be walking through a foggy swamp, hearing distant gunfire or whispers in the wind, and suddenly, boom, something moves behind you. It's that constant tension that keeps you on edge. The dev said, the world doesn't revolve around you, it just exists. Stuff happens even if you're not there. NPCs fight each other, storms roll in, and resources run out. It's brutal, but it feels real. I've been waiting for a game that captures that raw, lonely survival vibe, and Pioneer might finally nail it. If you like danger, mystery, and exploring places you probably shouldn't, this one's for you. 8. Where Winds Meet. All right, this one, Where Winds Meet. Man, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's like Ghost of Tsushima met Assassin's Creed and decided to go full wuxia. The landscapes are stunning. Cherry blossom fields, ancient temples, and misty mountains that look straight out of a painting. Every frame feels like art. But what really got me is the combat. It's not just flashy swordplay, it's graceful. You can dodge arrows mid-air, run on water, or parry attacks in perfect rhythm like some kung fu movie hero. It's pure style. And it's not all fighting. The world feels full of life. You can choose to be a warrior, a doctor, a wanderer, whatever path you want. You can help villagers, hunt bandits, or just meditate on a mountaintop while the sun sets. It's got this peaceful, spiritual energy that balances out the chaos. To me, Where Winds Meet feels like a love letter to ancient China, a game that blends beauty, culture, and freedom in a way few others ever have. It's the kind of world that makes you forget time exists.
9. Beast of Reincarnation. Okay, this one is wild. Beast of Reincarnation looks like someone mixed Dark Souls with Monster Hunter and sprinkled in a bit of dark fantasy madness. The entire world feels ancient, like it's been through endless cycles of life and death. You play as this cursed warrior, reborn again and again, each time trying to uncover why this world keeps collapsing in on itself. But it's not just about swinging swords. Every enemy you fight feels like a tragic story. Fallen kings, corrupted beasts, creatures that were once human. There's this eerie beauty in every battle, where you can almost feel the pain of what you're killing. The art style is stunning. Gloomy forests, blood-red skies, temples covered in moss and bones. What really hooks me is how it treats death. When you die, the world doesn't reset, it changes. Towns decay, monsters evolve, and sometimes even the weather shifts. It's not just punishing, it's alive. That's the kind of creativity we need more of in open worlds. If they deliver what the trailers promise, Beast of Reincarnation could easily be the next cult classic.
Continent of Piewell. A land soaked in
10. Crimson Desert. Man, Crimson Desert is one of those games that looks so good you almost don't believe it's real. Every time I see new gameplay, I have to remind myself it's not a CGI movie. It's this massive fantasy world, frozen mountains, crowded medieval cities, and huge battles that feel straight out of Game of Thrones. But here's what makes it stand out: the sheer variety. One minute you're fighting bandits with brutal sword combat, and the next you're taming wild animals, climbing towers, or flying through a sandstorm on your mount. It's chaos, but the fun kind. The main character, Macduff, actually feels human. Not just a hero, but someone struggling, surviving, and trying to find his place in a world falling apart. The combat looks visceral, the world feels handcrafted, and honestly, it might be one of the most impressive-looking open-world RPGs ever made. If it plays half as good as it looks, we're talking about a top contender for Game of the Year.
and for those who will live on. Is it recording?
11. The Cube. Now, The Cube is one of the weirdest and most intriguing games coming in 2026. It's set in this surreal, ever-shifting world where physics and logic just stop making sense. Imagine being stuck inside an endless mechanical labyrinth that's alive, constantly changing, folding, rebuilding itself around you. You're not fighting monsters or leveling up, you're trying to escape. Every corner hides a puzzle, every light flicker means the environment is morphing again. It's like the game itself is testing you. There's something eerie about being alone in a place that feels both futuristic and ancient at the same time. The visuals are minimalist but hypnotic. Metallic corridors, glowing runes, echoes of your own footsteps bouncing around infinite space. It's creepy, it's mysterious, and it feels like it was made to mess with your mind.
If you loved Inside or Control, The Cube looks like the kind of game that will have you questioning what's real hours after you turn it off. 12. Ananta. Now this one really caught me off guard. Ananta feels like a mix of Cyberpunk 2077, Control, and a little bit of Ghostwire Tokyo, but with its own original vibe. The game drops you right into Nova City, a futuristic metropolis where the line between science and the supernatural is completely blurred. Everything looks alive, neon streets, flying cars, and that constant sense that something strange is happening just around the corner. You play as an elite agent from the Anti-Chaos Directorate, or ACD, and your job is to hunt down and neutralize a mysterious force called Chaos. It's this paranormal phenomenon that manifests through urban legends and weird anomalies. Basically, reality itself starts to twist in unpredictable ways, and you're the one sent to fix it. What I love about this is how free it feels. You can explore the entire city, talk to people, take on side activities like races, or just lose yourself in the atmosphere. The game also introduces espers, humans with supernatural abilities. You'll not only fight alongside them, but also uncover their personal stories, which apparently tie directly into the main narrative. It's stylish, mysterious, and full of personality. And if the devs really deliver on that dynamic open-world concept where chaos can literally break out anywhere, Ananta could be one of the most immersive new IPs of 2026. I'm seriously keeping an eye on this one.
13. Code Vein 2. Alright, let me just say, Code Vein 2 looks like it took everything that worked in the first game and turned it up to 11. It's still got that anime-style Souls-like energy, but now it's much darker, much more cinematic, and way more emotional. You can tell they're going for something bigger, not just another post-apocalyptic RPG, but a full-blown story about identity, memory, and redemption. What I love is how this series isn't afraid to be stylish. The characters look sharp, the environments are drenched in atmosphere, and the combat animations, man, they're just gorgeous. Every swing, every dodge, every parry feels like part of a choreographed dance. Brutal, but elegant. And this time, the world itself feels more open. You're not just exploring corridors or ruins, you're venturing through massive wastelands, forgotten cities, and underground temples that feel alive. There's something haunting about this universe. Like every corner hides a piece of someone's soul. It's got that perfect mix of mystery and melancholy that only Code Vein can pull off.
We're swapping here to a different
14. Cinder City. Cinder City might just be the most visually striking open-world game I've seen in years. The whole city looks like it's on the edge of destruction. Industrial towers glowing red, ash constantly falling from the sky, and streets full of neon mixed with firelight. It's like Blade Runner met Dark Souls, and they decided to make it emotional. You play as this lone mercenary trying to survive in a collapsing city ruled by megacorps and rebels. What's wild is that every choice you make seems to ripple through the world. Helping one faction might destroy another, and the city itself reacts. You'll see areas literally change based on what you do. But what really caught me is the tone. It's tragic, intense, but weirdly hopeful. The music is melancholic, the visuals feel almost painterly, and the world tells stories without words. I love that kind of game, the ones where you just stop, look around, and feel something. If it delivers on what it's showing, Cinder City could be something truly special.
15. Ballad of Antara. Now, Ballad of Antara looks like a fantasy dream come to life. Every frame of that trailer felt like a painting. Giant landscapes, floating ruins, strange creatures that look half divine, half nightmare. You can tell it's inspired by Chinese mythology, but it's got this emotional edge that makes it stand out. You play as two intertwined souls, traveling between realms, light and shadow,
trying to uncover why their world is falling apart. What makes it so captivating is the way it mixes combat and storytelling. Every fight feels like a moment of destiny, not just a battle, but a clash of philosophies. There's this calm, almost meditative beauty in the exploration. You're climbing mountains, gliding over oceans, discovering ancient gods long forgotten. It feels like a game that wants you to slow down, take a breath, and really appreciate what it's showing you. It's poetic, it's haunting, and I'm telling you, this might be one of the most beautiful open world games ever made.
16. Marvel's Wolverine. And finally, Marvel's Wolverine, easily one of the most hyped PlayStation exclusives on the horizon. We all know Insomniac nailed Spider-Man, but this time they're going darker, grittier, and way more personal. Wolverine isn't swinging through the city cracking jokes. He's slashing through bars, alleys, and forests filled with danger. The tone is way more grounded. It's brutal, it's cinematic, and it finally shows Logan as the tortured anti-hero he's meant to be. I love that they're focusing on his story, not just his claws. He's tired, haunted, and trying to find peace in a world that won't let him. If you've seen the teaser, you already know how raw the atmosphere feels. The blood, the lighting, the bar fight that says more than words ever could. Combine that with next-gen visuals and Insomniac's knack for fluid gameplay, and you've got something that could easily redefine superhero games. This isn't just hype. This is Wolverine finally getting the respect he deserves. 17. Phantom Blade Zero. Man, Phantom Blade Zero looks absolutely insane. It's one of those games that instantly makes you stop and go, yeah, this is next gen. Everything about it feels handcrafted. The setting, the combat, the mood. It's like a mix of Sekiro, Bloodborne, and a martial arts movie directed by someone with serious style. You play as a warrior who's been betrayed and left for dead, and he's got only 66 days to live. That's it. Every moment matters. The world is dripping with atmosphere. Dark temples, foggy forests, cities built into cliffs, and the combat is just mesmerizing. It's fast, fluid, and brutal, but also incredibly elegant. Every swing feels personal, like you're fighting with purpose instead of just mashing buttons. What really sets it apart for me is how emotional it feels. You can see the pain, the rage, the weight of every decision. This isn't just about being a badass with a sword. It's about redemption, legacy, and time running out. And honestly, if this game plays half as good as it looks, it's gonna eat every other action RPG alive.
18. The Witcher 4. And then we've got the big one, The Witcher 4. This game doesn't just have hype, it is hype. CD Projekt Red is going back to what they do best: storytelling, immersion, and world building that makes you forget real life exists. From what we've seen and heard, this new Witcher saga might not follow Geralt directly, but that's honestly fine with me. The world of The Witcher is so rich that even stepping into a new perspective sounds exciting. Imagine exploring massive forests, haunted ruins, and cities filled with secrets, all rebuilt from the ground up for next gen. The detail is going to be unreal. Realistic weather, NPCs that live actual daily lives, beasts that react differently depending on how you fight. It's shaping up to be the kind of open world you live in, not just play. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If they deliver, this could easily become the new gold standard for RPGs. And man, I am so ready to get lost in that world again.
All right, there you have it. 18 open world games that are about to blow our minds in 2026. If even half of these titles live up to the hype, we're in for one of the best gaming years of all time. Let me know which one you're most excited for down in the comments. And if you made it this far, drop a like, because you just survived a hype overload.